let's start the game part 2. Um, yeah, let's start with well, I guess Crow. Could you introduce yourself to the group? Give us a little briefing.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember how I had Crow sounding in my head.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, we were all just enjoying this. I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm playing a character. Okay, uh, okay. Yes, Crow is 25 years old, stands at 5 feet 8 inches. I'm the third son of a high elf noble. Though I'm not really recognized in his eyes to be his real son, or claims to be his son, but while he's taken me in, I've gone into my studies and dedicated to myself to to learn about the world, or at least what we call the astral sea at some points. And so I have knowledge of great uses that are used in either celestial or sometimes gravitational forces, mostly. But yeah, I enjoy myself of either enjoy quiet times reading my books or gazing up in the stars when it's an open night sky. And it's been nice talking with everybody on this trip.
Okie dokie. And correct me if I'm wrong. Crow is a half elf wizard, correct?
Yep, half high elf. Yep. Wizard.
Okay, very well. And after Crow, we have Miss Willow.
Yes. Willow is a halfling druid cleric, and she's a fairly oldish lady. She's not decrepit, but she's I think 103. But she is a follower of Mishakal, who's the goddess of healing. And in a nutshell, she's very charitable. She kind of devotes herself on helping others. Kind of comes across as like the grandma or the mummy of the group. She's not really strong at all. She can't do any damage, so do not rely on her for doing damage. She'll pretty much just be there as support and healing. Yeah, that's pretty much her.
Very well. So, next on the group, on the roles, I believe we have Rivet.
Yeah, Rivet. He's a about. Sorry, I haven't. He's about 160 centimeter. Put it like 117 as a small person. Well, herringon, chocolate brown, and well, he's a little bit of a try to get the how to put it, a smile on everyone's faces. It's basically his stick. So he will be the one who keeps the enemy away from the rest of the spellcasters with help of his Eldritch Blast, the warlock of the genie he is. So he will be, in a way, a damaging support until he actually casts the darkness spell.
Until he cannot support anymore, and that,
Well, he most likely would be the only one able to see in darkness, in magical darkness. So he might become a pain in the cottontail.
Okay. Very well. So, and after Rivet, we have Jorel.
I'm sorry. Standing at a staggering 6 feet even, weighing in at just over 175 pounds, give or take.
I feel like we should have an intro music for this.
he's always ready for action. Jarrell is a druid.
Of the Circle of Stars, of course, because well, that's where he comes from. He was actually dropped off about 8 years ago on this location from a Spelljammer ship, and just been trying to find out what his actual purpose is in life here. Because ASMRs have a purpose, but until then, he's going to keep studying the stars and constantly find the best flavor of coffee.
Very well. And last but not least, we have Princess Ivana.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I play Princess Ivana, who's been sent over from the Feywild to Noxterne to help children in need.
Okay. So, and me, I'm Antonio. Hello. I'm not going to start describing my own self. As I mentioned before, by the way, guys, this game is made following the material that David Alone Donut Smith has provided in collaboration with Make a Wish. Roll for the wishes. Odd. I've made some adjustments to try to spice things up a bit. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
So, with that being said, let's grab this. So, our adventure, you were all summoned to this place because a child with a mysterious illness has wished to be a Beastkeeper helper. The Master Beastkeeper of Noxterne has kind of informed you upon arrival that there are 5 legendary creatures: a griffin, a phoenix, a unicorn, and a small dragon. A small dragon, and a baby kraken. And these 5 creatures, when united, have the power to grant wishes, but only when they are united, and obviously they must be united at the sanctuary. You are all probably hail from neighboring kingdoms, and you have been sort of tasked with helping Noxterne to rebuild this beast sanctuary. And you have been given, or not given, I guess, you've been assigned a guide of these lands. An individual that at first just seems like a very simple, very hairy individual. Very simple clothes that just kind of walks. When you met him, he just kind of walked forward, introduced himself as Fusher. And we start our little adventure en route to your first location, as apparently Fusher is a large furry dragon who kind of offers you a little bit of a ride to the first location that you kind of have information on. And that location is, let me show you first the map. So, this is Noxterne. The sanctuary is here in Sherdale. Let me just do this. Zabink. There in Sherdale. And you are now heading to a place called Clafton Tower. On the way there, Fusher explains that Clafton Tower was once a great wizard's keep. Great magic was done there, but it has been long abandoned. The locals mentioned seeing an odd bird in these parts and firelight at night in the tower. From the descriptions, the Beastkeeper is... Well, when you were talking about it, the Beastkeeper was pretty sure that the bird was in fact the phoenix that you're looking for. And it might be towards the end of its life cycles. Nowadays, as you start approaching the tower, you see that only a few of its towering spires kind of still stand. Among the ruins, there are... Let me actually Why am I just talking about it when I can show you pictures? Beautiful pictures. Nowadays, only a few of its towering spires still stand. Among the ruins, the main tower is basically a 4-story tower. Just stands very, very lonely in the middle of the valley. The surrounding lands are mostly uninhabited. The common folk have a tendency to want some distance from these locations that are very magical heavy. Even though this place has been abandoned for quite a while now, the populace still kind of stays clear. The tower's walls, this main tower's walls, are still intact, mostly covered by moss and other sort of vegetation. Things are crumbling down. The doors and windows have been sealed shut, although there are still some who dare to venture in. Rumor has it that the wizard did not leave the tower unguarded. And it is more or less at this point as, let's say that this is a combination of explanations that you got while in town, and then obviously on the way here, the dragon Fushur kind of gave you some explanation on what you're expected to find. And we start on the first floor of this tower. You technically don't see inside. As the door is closed, closed shut, boarded. You do notice that someone definitely yanked a couple of boards, maybe walked in. And yeah, you 5, I believe, can see yourselves in the map. Could you just please give me grab your token and just move it a little bit just to make sure that you can control your tokens. Everyone should be able to control each other's tokens. I just do that for ease.
Wiggle.
Yep.
It works.
Yeah.
Very well.
Right.
So, you are at the base level of this tower. You see again the tower could be in better conditions. It's still standing. You heard rumors that the bird is somewhere in the tower. What would you like to do?
Well,
Let's see.
So, just to be clear, as we're looking at the door, it's still kind of got planks across it, so we can't just walk in.
It
right?
does seem to have like a plank or two. It definitely had a lot more. So it definitely seems that someone has, kind of made their way through. It's very common for, bandits or just, adventurers sometimes looking for maybe some riches or something like that to try to make their way into these, abandoned places. Sometimes they're not abandoned. But yeah, this tower, definitely someone managed to make their way through. It's a close fit though. You could potentially Willow, being a halfling, could very, very well just kind of squeeze in. Someone of a bigger size might have a little bit of might need to do a good push or two.
yeah. I think Willow and Rivet might actually go in there with ease then, because Rivet is actually small. Like you see, Haringon, so it's small.
Okay.
What can
Before you go in there, I'm gonna take out a coin and cast light on it and hand it to our little halfling friend and say, "Hey, just remember, I want it back."
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
And also, if you run any trouble and you scream, I'll be
Try
there
and
to help.
bite
But
it
I don't know about
through.
these guys.
Okay. Can I look through? Not go in, just have a look inside. See if I can see anything like any. She's looking for Willow. I'm looking for anything that might be like a tripwire or anything like that. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see if as soon as we walk in, there's going to be like a
Okay.
fire that hits us straight in the face.
Immediately death.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you that especially with the coin with the light, as you kind of like look in through the boards and all that, you don't have like a perfect angle on the room, but you can see that it's more or less 50 by 50 sort of room. The ceiling seemed to be high from this position. It's kind of hard to tell. The first floor of the room is mostly filled by this sort of broken wreckage of the tower's structure. Broken tiles, rocks, timber just scattered throughout the whole room. You see off in the distance, like some bits and like of furniture, maybe like what was maybe a bench, a long time ago. Some barrels, boxes, and whatnot. Everything either broken or crumbling apart. Of importance, you see, like aside from these massive bits of the tower that have collapsed, you see this light fixture just collapsed on the ground in the middle of the room. And on the opposite side, I'll say, like, let me just double check. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll say that you can see it. You can see that there's some sort of figure in the back, to the leftmost wall. This one.
Um, would since I have I do have the invocation of Devil's Side. Would I be able to see it more clearly than the rest?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you that pretty much everything is as I described it. The thing in the background is an old armor set. It has behind it like a tattered banner. But aside from it's obviously very rusted. Definitely has some scrapes, some bits missing, but the armor stand itself, like maybe imagine it doesn't have one of the gauntlets, maybe one of the legs, maybe the helmet, but the rest of the armor, most of it's still there.
All right. How quaint! Quite some interesting interior design.
Can I do a detect magic? It's a 30-foot radius with a 10-minute concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, very well.
Thank you.
You how describe us how your detect magic happens? Is this your eyes begin to glow or something like that?
It's more of like an aura around her. Everything is kind of most of Willow's magic that she uses is a general blue tone, and it just be an aura around her of about 30 feet to see if it almost like highlights anything, and if it's within that range, it'd sort of glow to let her know that
Okay.
that's magic. So I want to first do it at the door, and then basically walk in probably about 5, 10, 15 feet just to see if anything is detected. So if I just
Okay.
took
As you kind of like get yourself more positioned on like the door frame, you did ask before if there were like traps and whatnot. Please roll me an investigation check.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry.
As you're just looking on like the door frame, any bits, this looks this looks too good.
I rolled it on Beyond D&D Beyond.
D&D
It's a
Beyond.
9. Yeah, it's a 9.
Let me open that up then. Very well, a 9. Again, you're kind of taking it all in. You look at the door frame. It seems that this is like a lot of patchwork kind of thing. You do not see any sort of like mechanisms or anything like that. And as your detect magic starts to kind of like, I guess, expand from you, you do not detect anything on the door, but as you kind of look in, you do see that something, let's say, of a magical nature exists near this light fixture here in the middle.
Right, okay. I'm just gonna shout back. Does somebody want to come in or pull the planks off the door? I think I may have found something.
Sure thing. As Riv is just slings in without dealing with the board. So,
Well,
what did you find there?
I'm just gonna start kicking the boards just because I'm not the most patient person, or else I just need to bash them down to get in.
very well. Jarell, please roll me a strength, just a general strength, please.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible, but okay. Actually, not.
Not
Straight
that bad.
14.
I mean, you start smacking some of these bits of wood while Jarell is kind of like trying to like maybe vent some anger. I would like to know: does Crow or why do you have to make such a big name, Nikki? Or Princess Ivana want to do anything while you just see him just smacking these boards?
Um,
Was that a general strength check that he just had to make?
Yeah. Would you like to assist
Uh,
him, perhaps, or you just want to make your way through?
Crow is watching and just kind of looking at the planks and kind of just points at them, waves his hand, and motions in like a circular motion, and the board. He's adjusting the board's density
Oh, okay.
Oh.
to make them weaker. So like they're kind of like
Are you
Okay.
making them float?
well, they're attached to the wall or to the frame, so they're not really floating. He's making them like less dense and everything. So like
Very well.
Oh,
I'll say that definitely. Like with that, the boards become less heavy, less dense. It's almost like balsa wood now in your hands, Joel, as you kind of like just smack on some, grab some others, and just start ripping them apart. And they come off the door way easier than you would have expected. Teamwork makes the dream work. As the door,
Crow comes walking up and he says, "Ah, you did a good job."
he looks and he says, "Yeah, no, but we could have, done this earlier. Shoot, sit on here waiting and stuff. Are we done yet? Can we finish this thing so we can get it moving?"
Yes. After you. Please.
Don't ruin the place. Someone might live here.
we're your
Yes,
manners,
from-
ladies first.
just hear from the top, "Stop ruining my house!"
I'm sorry.
No,
Princess,
you don't.
kind of-
You don't hear any voices, by the way.
oh,
Yeah.
I just kind of shove some of the stuff, the debris on the ground, away from the door so the princess can walk in.
Nikki,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. Princess Ivana does have wings, right?
Yes, she does.
Does she just normally is always flying, or does she like walk like the rest of us mortals?
She walks when she feels like it, and flies when she
Okay.
feels like it. Flies when she can't be
Okay.
bothered walking.
Walks when she can't be bothered flying.
These
Basically.
wings are made for. Okay. Very well. So you're now all inside the tower. You have the coin. Willow has the coin, so it illuminates this room fairly well. And yeah, it's eerily quiet, very dusty. Maybe Rivet's nose is twitching all over the place just because this is definitely like oof. I hope no one in the room has asthma or anything like that. But yeah, this is very dusty. Smells of just sort of decaying wood and like the mold and yeah, no one's been here for a while at least, or doing any sort of cleaning.
Mm.
I actually sneezed.
Bless you.
Now that is roleplay.
There seems to be something magical about this chandelier.
Let's do the following. Willow and Rivet, you guys head to the sort of the chandelier that's just smacked in the middle of the room. Crow, Princess, and Gerald, you guys want to do anything else? Also, just kind of join them in the chandelier.
I'll just join them.
I
Listen to this can't English, Nikki. I'll just join them at the chandelier.
Very well.
I think I forgot if you had told, but what time of day was it?
I'll say that it's fairly like in the morning before noon.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to be like if there was like just still light out and everything. Yeah, while they're kind of looking over there, Crow is going to use dancing lights just to kind of like he could see in the dark. It's just like this is just giving him the more added benefit in general.
Okay.
All right.
What about you, Jarrell?
I'm just kind of grumbling as he's one up me again with his dancing lights over my flashy coin. So I just kind of push forward to wherever, like, look around and say, hey, so where are we going? Up these stairs or up these stairs? What's up?
Yeah, now that you're inside, you can clearly see that there's these two little alcoves. One to the north, I'll say north. It's just easier to say that. One to the north, one to the south. Both kind of like start heading up. You don't, from this position, you don't see any sort of like door or anything like that that would impede your passage. And I'll say, Jorel, as you're walking there, and Crow, as you're kind of just dancing lights to kind of shed some light on the rest of the room. You three that are examining the chandelier start seeing this sort of like a little movement happening in the rubble underneath the chandelier. And Willow, as you're looking just very intently in, you see two little beady white eyes just kind of looking at you, like blink, 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 blink.
What, super cute little blinky? Creepy.
I mean, as eyes in the dark can be cute, I suppose. You're just kind of like looking in, like, what the hell is that? And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
No!
These little
Oh,
creatures
really?
just jump out of the chandelier.
He said a blink, not a wink.
Oh,
I thought it was gonna be
So-
cute.
Don't forget, click on the click on your token. Oh, okay.
yeah.
I'll do that 1 second.
Thank you. Oh, man. For real?
Blonk
Oh,
and
never mind.
blonk. You should be able to now edit your initiative. I've put you all in there.
At first, I thought you rolled a 0 because I've done that before with other players, but that's enough metagame for me.
There we go.
Oops. I think I may have just accidentally. Yeah. There we go.
Very well. We're all in the initiative. Yeah, these creatures kind of like just start hearing these noises. Crow, you hear one other noise as well on like a little broken pot. And yeah, these creatures are coming for you. Rivet. You see this thing kind of just pulling itself out of the middle of the debris. It looks like a, how do I explain this? It looks like a small little, well, bipedal creature with tiny little wings, a very, very pointy nose and ears. A lot as it moves, you see that it kind of lifts up a lot of dust, a lot of air. What do you want to do?
Well, considering that he is so close to most of us, I believe all of us that is here are spellcasters. I can take it from that. He just looks at this little creature coming up, and he just wave his finger as a eldritch blast comes out from the tip of it.
Very well.
No,
No way!
I don't mean to be that guy, but you had one. Come on, it's just okay. You are just a bit startled by this whole thing, and you just kind of point, and like it goes a bit wide, and hits the wall. Would you like to do anything else?
I don't think I can do anything else anyway. More, yes, last for roleplay. Please. Those pesky fairies actually managed to mess up my magic.
Yes, it was them that messed it up. Um,
I mean, I had phenomenal cosmic power. So a little teeny living space.
do you want to move, by the way?
Yeah, I take a move, step 10 feet back, though.
Very well. Crow, it is your turn. Would you words? What would you like to do?
Let's see. So looking at this. Yep. Okay, there it is. Looking at this one right here, Crow quickly just again puts up his hand. This time, instead of like putting it in motions and like everything like that, he goes ahead and kind of like makes it look like he's making like hand signs of sorts.
Mhm.
And as he's doing that, the creature is now gonna be attacked by frostbite forming around it.
Okay. What
They have,
save is that? Con, right?
yes, Constitution.
Very well. Constitution.
They have to get a 13.
Well, he got an at 1, so
Yes.
please roll damage.
That'll be a full 6.
Very well. 6. I mean, yeah, really good damage. This creature kind of shudders a little bit as the frostbite begins to kind of like bite into its essence, but it's still up. It's not faring well, but it's still up.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything else?
No, that was my full action. Let's see, no, I don't really need to do anything. But for frostbite, it now the creature they have a disadvantage on their next weapon attack.
Oh, very well.
Before the end of its turn.
Very well. Nikki, it is your turn, and Willow, get ready.
Battle wings activate.
What kind of princess is this?
Please tell me that's what you actually say.
Sure.
Yes.
Don't you know the ancient ways of the warfaring fairies? Come on, please. Get up to speed. Come on.
I mean, yeah, that's totally a fairy thing. Anyway, I'll get up to this one.
Very well.
I would like to rage, which is, since I'm a wild magic barbarian, that's going to trigger a wild magic surge.
Oh, okay. Chaos is about to begin. I believe you have to roll a
D8.
What do you have? Very well. Roll me a D8, please.
D8 number 4. I'll post it in.
You're a wild magic barbarian, aren't you?
Very well.
Ooh.
Yeah, no problem. Your wings unfold. You leap into action. Maybe do a little tiny fairy scream. As your rage, your rage apparently infuses your weapon. I assume what weapon are you currently wielding, by the way?
It's a battle axe. Oh my god, look how many people are watching.
That's right.
I sent out a tweet.
Full name of the weapon.
I was sharing it.
Sorry, I just realized how many people are watching the stream, and
Hey, it's too late to get straight right. Come on, it's on you. Let's do it.
okay. Anyway, what? Sorry, game face. I will take a swing with my battle axe.
Very well. Your battle axe that is now beaming with light. Oh, okay, it's just force damage and beaming with light. Very well. Roll your attack, please.
For real.
You go for a massive swing, and this creature just like kind of ducks just in time as it kind of like just a little bit of the dust that is kind of pulling as it moves gets swiped off with the axe. Unfortunately, an 8 does not hit this creature. Would you like to do anything else?
That'll be my goal for now.
Very well.
I'll get you
You're
next
just
time. You little creature.
fuming. May I ask? It's your weapon is glowing with light. Do you want the light to be any sort of specific color?
Rainbow colored.
Very well. A disco is happening in the middle of this.
Disco, 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 disco.
Very well. Disco axe in hand. Willow, it is your turn. What do you want to do? And also, Jorel, get ready.
So this has all been going on, and Willow, I feel like she would be freaking a little bit because people are just automatically trying to kill this thing. Can Willow just be like trying to calm this creature down and try and figure out what it is and if it actually does mean us any harm, or if it's just some poor little defenseless thing that we're trying to kill?
Sure. What do you think Willow would
I think
what
she'd
do you
be
think
like,
she-
just be like, shh, it's okay, we're not here to kill you, even though it seems like it's the contrary, but shh, it's fine. I
Okay.
just tried killing this thing, and I feel like we were in its house, and we just came in and took over. So I just want to see if this thing's actually dangerous.
Okay, so do me the following. Roll me an insight check.
Insight. Just- I got I got 7.
I mean, yeah, you assume like you came into his house. It was just minding its own business, and suddenly like it has people kind of just messing around in its little bed or whatever this is. It's reacting as any animal would. I will allow you to do persuasion if you want.
Please.
Very well. I'll say, by the way, this is going to be one
Hard.
hell of a persuasion because first of all, you haven't been able to ascertain much about the creature, and everyone's swinging at its head. So
Well, can I try and can I talk to the other people? Can I talk to the rest of my group and just be like, hang on a minute, we don't even know if it's a dangerous creature. We can't just kill it, can we?
Yeah.
I'm just not particularly happy about killing a poor defenseless little creature. And then I'm gonna leave it
make
at that.
an appeal to the rest of the group.
That's what I'm gonna
would you
spend my time doing, is just trying to persuade people not to kill it.
Okay. The creature will remember that. That you didn't smack it, even though it was technically coming straight at you. Very well. Jarell, it is your turn.
Oh, since she offered that, and that sadly changed my Jarrell's plans here. So instead, he just says, pulls out his as a free action, he just pulls out his little thermos as the rest of his coffee. And he drinks it because DD Panda gave us a drink here, so he's going to take a moment to drink that. Then, also part of free action, drop it. Take his his funky Ven brace that has all the starry maps on it and everything he usually has. He's gonna punch into it and say, "Assume starry form," and his skin actually turns to looks like a midnight sky now, and suddenly it's it's populated with a bunch of like stars, and they form a formation of an archer as he pulls up a funky bow made of light. And yes,
Okay.
there's a swooshy background behind as he's doing this,
Very
and
well.
just gonna use that, and that's the bonus action. And I'm just gonna hold the action to shoot one of these scumbags that tries to do anything against us with a guiding bolt if they do. So I'm just gonna hold the action, cast guiding bolt. But it depends on them. So I'm gonna look at them and say, "Go ahead, make a move."
Go ahead,
Guiding
Day.
guiding bolt as in the spell?
Yes.
Okay. Bear in mind that if you do not use the spell, it will be consumed.
I'm okay with that.
Very well. Okay. You take aim, but you hold. Um let me see what the creature thinks. Let me grab my dice. The creature, as it pops out, is kind of like it was ready to go for the attack, but now sees that Willow at least is not going for the smack. It saw an axe going for its head, but it didn't really connect, so it's kind of like, okay. I'll say that the creature, you see it that it starts to do like a sort of a sniff sound, like its nostrils, big ass nostrils, start to like pick up on some scent, as the creature just kind of like begins to slowly move to the side, as it kind of just hops onto a different part of the chandelier, and is still like kind of like eyeballing everyone, super suspicious of everyone, as it kind of like just leaps off onto the ground. It does leave your range, Nikki.
I will not take an attack of opportunity.
Very well. The creature then kind of like skitters along the floor. Does a very like goes on all fours and just kind of like skitters, and heads to Jorhel's little thing of coffee that he just dropped, and the creature's just kind of like having a good sniff at it. I'll say that the other creature. Let me roll for it. Okay, the other creature also kind of leaps, and then leaps some more, and then opens its wings and kind of like goes onto the ceiling, basically, and also tries to kind of skitter just a tiny bit. But I'm gonna put a little marker on the creature. The creature is currently 20 feet in the air. He's not flying, but he's 20 feet in the air, just upside down, holding onto the ceiling, looking at the other creatures that's just sniffing this little mug of coffee. With that being said, Rivet, what would you like to do?
Well, considering that they scared them just now, and he doesn't want to mess this up for his party members, so he actually prepares an Eldritch Blast in case of.
Well, energy starts crackling, just in case.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'll be here.
Very well. Crow, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, yeah. Seeing as they're not really bothering us much now, he kind of just still having the dancing lights up. Kind of has two following the one at the top, so like we still have like a better visual of it.
Mhm.
And one will kind of just be hovering over on this one, so like, yeah, again, just for better visuals and everything. And he's just gonna just walk around a bit more as well too, but not really bothering to look at them that much. He's again just taking in like what's going around here, but yeah, just still helping others to keep a better visual to either if they're gonna move or do anything else.
Okay, no problem. You do, as you kind of like take in the surroundings, you see that this was definitely like not used for any sort of magical practice or whatnot. This seems to be more like a hallway, and the entry to the tower. This would be where people would wait to be to go talk to the wizard. Yeah, so this is just sort of a common area. Yeah, you just just taking in the environment. Ivana, what would you like to do?
Um, I'll just keep an eye on them. They don't seem hostile right now, but I will hold an action if they do become hostile.
Okay. Just sort of an attack, a battle axe attack.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. And yeah, Willow, we come to you. You have made sort of an appeal to the rest of the group. They seem to be holding off any sort of hostile action. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna be so disappointed in the rest of the group that they just immediately went to violence. Is there any way that if we, because I've still got the coin, can I hold the coin up closer to the thing's face slowly as to not scare it, and just see if I can get a better look to try and identify it and see if I know what it is?
Yes. Yeah, that would be no problem. Roll me. Let's go with an Arcana.
Okay.
As you kind of point the light a little bit closer to it, and you have a good look. I mean, you do have one of them just kind of splayed out in the ceiling, so it's very easy to kind of see its anatomy and all the little details. That sounded weird.
I rolled very poorly. I rolled a 6.
Okay. you have good intentions, but those rolls. I mean, it looks very like impish. I don't know how much Willow would know about imps, but imps don't tend to have like dust clouds around them, and these creatures, as they move, it's almost like the dust cloud follows them. Imagine like whenever someone describes a character that just stinks and it has like that stink cloud that kind of follows it. Imagine that, but with sand and sort of dust. But
Big pen.
but yeah, Willow
When
just has no idea of what this might be.
that I've held my hand because I've held my hand up close to one of them. Does it try and go for my hand?
We'll see when it comes to its turn.
All right, okay. Well, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to hurt him. As far as Willow's concerned, we're the intruders. We've
Mhm.
scared them. We've tried hurting them, and she wouldn't do that. She's not happy with that. So I'm just gonna
Okay,
not do anything else and just chill and see what happens.
very well. Which hand are you kind of like standing out to the creature?
So I've got my staff in my right hand, so it's my left hand.
Okay. Not ominous question at all. Jorel, it is your turn. Your guiding bolt. I'll allow you, if you want, to use your action to continue holding on to the guiding bolt.
You know what? Yeah, I'll keep holding on to it. And as you see, my eyes are glowing, with, basically with sunlight. As I'm like, okay, are we still fighting? Are we running? What's going on here, people? Come on. Let's come to a decision. And I'm just going to keep training on whichever one of these guys attacks one of us. Yeah, they're getting blasted.
Very well. This creature is just by your feet, just kind of like giving like its head. This whole head is just inside your little coffee cup, and it's just kind of going at it. Would you like to move or anything like that?
No, I'm just going to keep watching because it's kind of freaking me out, but I'm trying to hold it together so no one notices.
Very well. The one closest to you, you know that those videos that show up of like a cat or something like that kind of just gets its head stuck inside a can. Basically, that's what's happening. The creature's just kind of like going wild, and then kind of gets up and starts kind of like trying to move around. But with the can on its head, it's kind of just stumbling around, kind of maybe hits like this rock a little bit as it's just very ungraceful steps as it's just kind of like bonking everywhere. And yeah, it's just it's clearly like in a bit of a problem as it's just struggling. And I'll actually do the following. 1d8. 1. The creature goes up. Willow, you feel this sort of bunk on your leg as this creature is trying to get the can out of its head. Just trying to pull it. Doesn't seem to be able to. Would you like to do something?
On my now or on my next round? On my next turn?
I'll say that for now, we're not in combat.
All right, okay. I am gonna absolutely try and pull it off his head. And just go, careful. You know, you don't want
Very
to
well.
have all that caffeine all at once.
Very well. You very carefully sort of like get a bit closer to the creature, always trying to make sure that you're not a threat. You're calm, you're collected. You try to kind of grab the can as the creature. You see that it for a bit it does try to like fight it back. The one on the ceiling does start to kind of like get a little bit, almost like a cat hissing. But it's not really like, it's not really stuck, and you just pull the cup out of the creature's head as it immediately tries to leap again and starts licking the inside of the cup. And yeah, these creatures seem to be just chill. This one on the ceiling kind of comes down, joins the other one as they're kind of now just fighting for the cup.
Jarell,
could
do
you
you
guys
have
up-
another cup? Jarell.
I'm sorry. I'm just really taken aback by what I'm watching right here. I don't know
They
about
like
you
your
guys, but I did not sign up for
coffee.
this.
Do you have any
Hey,
more coffee than nice? See, I told you. You don't go in all cast spells blazing.
You look at one of these creatures, the one that has slurped the most coffee. One of its eyes is just now bigger than the other one. It's just twitching.
Oh,
It's just like,
oh, can we keep them?
Is it
Oh,
having
No!
keep them.
I take
guys,
it
I
it's
gave
having
you a list of the creatures that you need to capture. This is the part of it.
Oh, what?
what?
Wait, I got Griffin, Phoenix, and Kraken.
Yeah, it's a griffin, a phoenix, a kraken, a dragon, and oh god, I need to go to my list. Give me a second. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
Griffin, a phoenix, a unicorn, a dragon, and a kraken. Griffin, phoenix, unicorn, dragon, kraken. Yes.
So wait, what? Because I'm still kind of glowing here too. I'm like, okay, so what is that?
I don't know, but they're very sweet.
I'll say that
Well,
together. Maybe Crow can chip in. Actually, Crow, roll me an Arcana check, please.
Mhm.
I don't want
actually, if it's okay, can I actually walk across the room here and say, hey, Crow, are you cool? Are you cool if I'd like help you out with this?
We'll allow you to also roll one, Jarell.
Because I said it because I can apply guidance, or I can give him help,
Oh, okay. So
depends on you, DM. Because I am proficient in nature when it calls.
Okay, I'll allow Crow to roll again with guidance this time.
Okay, so add D4.
As you're all just kind of like looking at these things that are just like one of the the sort of the baboons or like the monkeys just kind of like just one is chilling, the other one is like just playing around with the cup. 14. Yeah, I'll say that you don't know a lot about these creatures. You do know that they're elemental in nature. These seem to be methods. They tend to be very like not necessarily evil, but just like very like impish little annoyances. There's many types of methods. These ones you see that they have a lot of dust around them. Dust method.
in some of my studies, well, they don't really relate to creatures, really, but from some of what I've looked up before, these would be classified as methods. I'm pretty sure that these ones would be usually
Sorry about
found
that.
in dusty areas or places of, well, as you could see, in ruin of sorts, where it's not really taken care of almost. So they might have been conjured through that. But from judging of this area, uh, it's kind of, well, DM, you said that this was like a common area, like
Yeah. I don't know what I mean. You mentioned that Crow comes from, um, let's say, a good lineage, right? Even though you're not, let's say, part of the inner circle.
yeah.
I would say that, yeah, you definitely like, yeah, this is sort of like where people wait to be for their meeting with someone more powerful. This is just a waiting room, basically.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, he goes on as he looks around. He says, "Like this is like a more common area for a lot of things to come around. So dust buildup and everything might have been why these came around. But I'm pretty sure what we're looking for isn't in here just yet, though. But if
So
these things don't seem to be bothering us for right now, I think we could just leave them be."
I got a question for you though, because I don't have any more triple espresso, so it's gonna be a problem. You know what happens when they get overly caffeinated? I know what happens when I get buzzed up. Rarely, but are we okay with leaving these guys alone?
Well, the room's fairly damaged as it is already. I can't expect they'll do much more damage. I mean, they're kind of small, and it's only one of them that's kind of, you know, hyper.
Well,
But we'll leave them
if
be.
things comes to worse, I could always.
No,
No,
no, we are not going down that road.
no, no,
No.
no, 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 no. I didn't say anything about harming
I,
them.
I heard the start of the word snap.
Well, I know more spells than just that little blast of power that I can. So, if you're gonna
I
be that
glance
way,
over.
all right.
When you say that, I kind of glance over Crow and kind of give him that look like, yeah, he knows more than spells and just brass. Yeah, right, sure he does.
You just went and done
You
it.
just see the faces feel like maybe you should.
Crow kind of smiles awkwardly, and he's just like, uh, 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 but, um, uh, not really knowing what to say. He's just kind of like, just kind of stuck.
As you guys are having this conversation, the method's just kind of like the hyper one is kind of picking on the other one, and they're just kind of like, you know, uh, uh, playing around, just jumping back and forth from places, and just kind of like one hides, then the other one jumps on it, and on all that. So they're just, you know, frolicking, as one would say, not really minding that you're in this place. At least it's almost like they were asleep. You woke them up. Now they're
Big
awake. They're
round head.
playing.
Right.
Suggest that we have a look around and see if they can find anything. There's that suit of art. Well, there's that. Can I see? Can I still see this? Because I know you said I saw it as a figure, but
Mhm.
can I see it's a suit of armor now?
Yeah. I believe it was Rivet that I had also had a look. You sort of like approach the suit of armor, start having a look. It's falling apart in quite a lot of parts. It's very rusted. The only reason that it seems that it's still standing is just because maybe when people would come here, like they just would see that and just saw that it was in such a bad state that they would just like not even bother with it.
Actually, Rivet walks over there. How good decrepit is it?
It's not usable. If
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
thinking.
that's not it. How much part is laying around like that?
I'll set it like the helmet is gone, nowhere to be found. One of the sort of the gauntlets, it's just on the ground. So sort of like it just fell.
Yeah.
And one of the sort of the legs is also kind of like just crashed.
Well, would it be possible to like repair it a little bit using mending?
I'll say it would be possible, but you'd be staying here for a couple of hours at least, just to get like maybe the leg back together. So
Oh, it's that bad, right?
yeah, it's like you're trying to reconstruct things that just completely like rusted away and became dust, pretty much.
Ah, all right.
It also does seem to be very like decoration piece, not really like a good set of armor.
Mhm.
With that being said, I'd like to know, Jarell, Crow, and Ivana, what would you like to do? Would you like to start heading on upstairs, or have a look around the room, kill the method? I don't know. Huh?
I'm gonna drop my starry form here and go back to 40 fingers normal.
Mhm.
Lament the loss of my coffee and my mug because I'm not drinking out of that again. And
Wow.
then
You
I'm
saw
actually
it
gonna say,
known. Methods are a great source of like STDs. Just saying. But
Well,
"Oh God!"
It is known.
ooh, I don't have that.
And
one.
just like that, I lost my
There-
train of thought.
It's suddenly like there's suddenly like the beach. If you clean it, suddenly you'll still find sand. Just everywhere.
yes, you just say, "Oh, do you have the sands?" Oof. Okay. Anywho, let's quickly move away from that topic. Yeah. Do you three want to do anything in particular?
Yeah, as Crow already said, like this was just a common area that wouldn't really yield that much significance. Yeah, looking at the stairs, then to everyone else over at Willow and Rivet, right?
Yeah, rivet. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For some reason, I wanted to say Rivet.
Ribbit.
Well,
Yep, Rivet. But
If it
looking
makes you
over
happy.
to no, I just thought I was hearing Rivet. Okay, yeah, looking over to Willow and Rivet, Crow calls out and says, I don't believe we'll really find much here, but maybe above us might yield more.
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Do we want to go all on one side, or? I mean, I'm going to go up these stairs.
I'll divide and conquer, as as he follows you, Rivet follows there.
Okay, then that seems fair.
Very well. Let's say you three go up from there, and you two go from the other staircase. Let me just do a little bit of management. Okay, what?
Sure thing, as long as it's not angry management.
No. Everyone's still alive for now.
That's what worries me.
Come on, I threw at you caffeinated methods. Of course, everything's fine.
Yes.
That's how it starts.
Though you didn't throw us caffeinated methods, they became caffeinated methods afterwards.
That is true. So, with that being said, you make your way towards the second floor.
I'm sorry.
I was restraining myself. I was
don't you start.
restraining.
You make your way towards the second floor. It's easy to determine that this was once a valuable library filled with knowledge. Now, little of its former richness still stands amidst the ruins, and most of the books have either been claimed by the elements or by thieves looking to gain some of the wizard's knowledge. Among the debris, there are tomes and scattered paper, and most of the furniture, similar to the room below, is either broken or decayed with time. However, there are a few bookcases that are still intact. There are also two big tables, this one and this one here. One has a marble top, and the other one is just a simple wooden table with some leftover alchemical utensils. What would you like to do?
Well,
There is no phoenix in sight. There is a nice sort of sculpture, nice statue of sort of a lion here, but seems to be pretty empty aside from all the mess.
fair enough. Rivers gets a little bit. Oh, there's the books. As he tries to see if he can't find any good book or anything that is still intact.
What is
I'm gonna do
so? Rivet is
thing
going to
over
have a
here.
look at books. Jarrell, what do you want to do? Sorry.
Same thing over on this side of the room, but also
Okay.
keep an eye out for any movement.
Very well. You're just kind of like having a look at the papers that are on top of the table, maybe like the books and all that. Ivana, Crow, and Willow. What would you like to do?
I'm kind of interested in this table.
Very well. Just go have a look at the table with leftover alchemical stuff. And Crow and Ivana. Anything?
Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Actually, Crow's looking at through some of these books and everything just to see like if there was anything that stands out to do with any like. Yeah, this one we're specifically looking for the Phoenix. So to see if there's anything like any kind of information or yeah, basically any information related to a Phoenix or.
Very well. You're just kind of having a look, trying to see if, similar to Rivet, if there's any book that could be, could still be in a state that it could be perused. And Ivana, what would you like to do?
I'll keep an eye out for danger.
Very well. Yeah, you kind of all go around the room, start having your, look around the books and whatnot. I'm gonna do the following. 1d3. I'll say 1 is Rivet, 2 is Jarrell, and 3 is Crow. Jarrell, you are having a look at the table, kind of just, there's papers, there's everything's like kind of, as you touch it, it kind of breaks apart even. Some of the papers, the books and papers have a lot of like damage from humidity and just, with time they didn't survive. There's one book though that looks, in an okay-ish condition. Would you like to have a look?
Sure.
Very well. You kind of dust off the top of the book, and I would like you to roll a D100, please.
Good luck, my friend.
It was good knowing you guys.
Fireball to the face.
68.
68. As you open the book, you hear a little and then the book kind of just completely breaks apart in your hands. And the fizzling kind of just doesn't really go anywhere. It just stops. You now have like sort of like two parts of a book. The spine is all tattered. The book itself seems to have some like, it's written, but everything's just been damaged by water. It's kind of hard to read.
Well, I guess this brings new meaning to the word light reading.
But
Good night, folks.
Okay. Actually, the book kills you somehow. No, I'm kidding. Rivet. You're having a look at the books again. I mean, everything is it's a shame at the end of the
Yeah.
day because even if you don't like books, this is a lot of work to make books. But you do find a book that looks interesting. The cover is just sort of like very like damaged, so it's kind of hard to read what it's about, and the spine of the book is also very like damaged, so it's kind of hard to tell what the book is about.
All right.
Would you like to have a read?
Yeah. Yes, I'd love to take a read. Try to
Very
at least.
well. Roll me a D100, please.
Yes. Roll. 99.
99.
Wow.
Okay.
You open the book, and as you start opening the book, you see that all along the sort of the edges of the book, there seems to be some weird. Rivet is a warlock. Okay, yeah, there's some weird squiggles. But yeah, you open the book, and it surprisingly, it doesn't break apart. You do see that it's like written in some really weird. It looks like a code.
Oh, a code. Well, I was about to point out that I know Sylvan, which is the only other language I know. But
This does not. I mean, it does not seem to be Sylvan or like a language per se. You know, it looks. Roll me an intelligence check, please.
yeah.
And in the meantime, Crow, roll me a D100, please.
Mm-hmm.
No, right, that was wrong one. There was a save, but still,
Oh.
I have no modifiers, so.
So it's still an at
Four.
20. Yeah, this seems. You know that wizards seem to. They tend to be a little bit secretive with their work,
little
and they
bit.
do tend to write a lot in their own like specific like code or just like everything's has like a is like you need a specific sort of you need to know how to break this code to be able to read the book, basically.
Yeah.
And Wizard's Tower, Wizard's books, that kind of makes sense.
Oh.
40. Okay.
Wow. What's going on? What's
Give me
going
a
on?
Give me a second. Need to make math. So this. Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Crow, you are perusing the books. You find, a couple of books that are interesting, but you do find this one like, oh, what's this about? And as you open it, you just hear. And as this sort of, I apologize, by the way, I just made a very loud noise on my microphone. As this sort of puff goes off in your face, and this sort of like little glitter just completely like blasts in your face. That's a shotgun fart, my friend. You Crow begin to kind of like feel kind of weak, and bonk, and Ivana, you are keeping an eye out, just looking around, making sure everyone's okay. And suddenly, as this puff sound happens, and you look to your right, you see that Crow is just kind of like slumped on top of the bookshelf and kind of like just slowly sliding off as you just hear.
I will go over to Crow and be like, Crow?
Sound asleep.
Far away.
Oh, you moved the map a little bit.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna fix it in a second.
I'm presuming everyone here hears the whole hears him snoring, right? Or
Oh yeah.
He's not that much of a snorer at times. I will say he does snore, but like he mostly kind of just talks in his sleep though.
You hear some mumbling, and you definitely hear Ivana just like, "You okay? Hey."
Faraway stars, so close.
Ribbit just closed the book he has that is whole and walks over us.
Fly me to the moon.
What? Going on?
At this point, Crow is just on the floor, just kind of like, I don't know how Crow sleeps, but let's say that, a little bit of a fetal position, just kind of like just hugging himself, just like.
Yeah, if he makes it to his bed in time, yeah, or mostly he'll pass out. He'll pass out at his desk usually.
Yeah.
I just kind of walk over and say, yeah, he does this sometimes, guys, but this is just not the time to do it.
Wait, Willow, just to inform you, sorry to pull you back, but while you're looking at the table, there's a book there. It's currently open, just completely like damaged by this sort of like some substance was spilled on it, and it just kind of seeped into the whole book, and the letters are now kind of yeah, very smudged and hard to read. The images, which were very skillfully drawn in, also like smudged. And there's like a couple of bowls and vials that whatever content they had, it kind of dried out.
Okay.
This seems to be the place where maybe the wizard was making like new inks, and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm going to keep that in mind. But I am gonna go over here and just check on Crow. And I'll probably return to that in a minute just to have a better look.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna slap Crow.
Slap Crow?
I'm not really. I'm just gonna nudge him with my stick.
No problem.
All right.
As you kind of just nudge him, nudge. Crow, your senses come back. You're on the floor for some reason. It wasn't like you didn't faint. You just felt so sleepy.
He would kind of be used to that, just like passing out of nowhere. To him, that just seems like nothing. But then, like, yeah, almost, if you want to say that. But no, he's just used to staying up all the time. So, like, as he's being woken up, he's just right there going like, "Oh, is it morning? Yeah, I'll take strawberry tea today, please."
What did you do last night?
What? Oh, wait. Wait, where am I?
Oh, my sweet summer child! Did you hit your head?
Oh, Willow. Sorry. I was looking at a book and I just felt tired.
Is it next to him or on the floor or?
Oh yeah. Yeah, where's the book?
The book is on the floor. As it opened up, you look in the to see what's written in there. Yeah, it just seems to be sort of like a journal, just a sort of like more of like. Let's make it stupid. It's just kind of like a journal of what someone was eating.
Oh, an eating habit journal then.
Yeah, just sort of like counting the calories and whatnot.
Let's just go
nothing.
to that.
Hey,
Back on the
bodybuilding
shelf.
diary is important to physical health. Makes sense.
It's nothing really important that we need.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. He's just kind of yawning as he's just getting up.
Rivers looks at it. Well, Lovebird, everyone actually, I found something that we could take a look at, but I am not sure if I can crack it alone.
Okay.
What? Is that a challenge? Come on, let's do it. Come on. And he walks over and he says, "Come on, man, chop, move."
Yeah, he hands over the book carefully, because it doesn't. It looks okay, but we don't know it yet.
Yeah, because these monsters have been destroying books. Yeah, you just kind of show in the book. Jarell, you have a look at it, and it seems to be some sort of weird code. Very cryptic. But yeah, without a really like thorough like sit down, investigate. Maybe let's try to crack this code. It's gonna be hard. And I'd say maybe just to complement that, Crow, as you're kind of waking up and see that sort of stuff, I don't know if Crow does this, but wizards do tend to write their own stuff, your own experiments and their own research and development in ways that others can't just like steal it. This seems to be the case, and you do know that it's without the key, it's very hard to break these things to crack them.
I just say, "Hey, Crow, I'm a nerd, but I'm not as nerd as you are. So here, this is yours." And I just hand him the book.
Um, sure. I mean, I don't really make encoded journals myself, but just because I do believe most people should know what knowledge they're reading. But looking through this, it might take a bit of time. I only know a couple of language besides Common, but it may take some time to decode what they're writing in this specifically.
If you manage to pull out something that more value, I do know Sylvan, so you are aware of that at least. Anyone else who has good natured language you wish to share about?
Well, as I said, besides Common, I know Celestial, Elvish, and Zimnian.
Besides common, elvish, and halfling, I know abyssal.
Celestial and Druidic. Dad didn't want to teach me Undercommon.
That's understandable.
Can I make a overall intelligence check to like kind of like get a gist of what like some of like the some of like maybe some spellings of the words or like how they sound like when people like are trying to like decipher a word in general, they just like break the word down to like
Yeah. Roll me an intelligence, please.
Do you need a hand?
I'll say that
Nope.
it's too late. You could just looking at it, your head starts to hurt. Maybe the reason why Crow doesn't write with code is because it's just like, ugh, looking at this just is painful to read.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
already takes too much time in studying everything that was already written, so it'd be a
yeah,
pain for him to rewrite
it
everything like that.
just doesn't make sense to you to be like, so you're gonna hide things behind, it's almost like you need to learn to be able to learn. Just doesn't make sense to you. But yeah, looking at this, I mean, this could take months. This you can very clearly see just by looking at it. Just like, I mean, you guys know some languages. This is more like symbols and just how it just looks like gibberish or a madman's scribblings. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's just kind of like it's hidden and it's well hidden.
Yeah, as he's just looking through it and just like can't make heads or tails, he's just politely like closing it as gently as he does, and he's just like, well, until the time that we can look over it, goes ahead and puts it into his satchel, into his bag on the side, and just like, I'll happily hold on to it for now. Then.
Fair enough. I do remember a fun interaction I had with him wizard back in the day. He did things behind recipes. Yummy ones though. Anyway, that's besides the point.
You look around you, by the way, guys. You don't see any creature. This room seems to be very quiet. I mean, aside from all the commotion that happened when you guys were looking at books and all that, it is just very dead. What would you like to do?
I've gone back to that chemical table just to have another look. Is there anything that I can? I know that the chemicals, you said it looks like it's more ink, but is there anything? I've got it in my head that I'm probably overthinking this, but I've got it in my head that maybe there's like invisible ink and there's something I can do with the chemicals to make something appear on the paper. Is there anything I can do to have a look if that's something that I can do?
Roll me. Roll me an investigation check, please. As you're just looking at each of these, sort of like leftover residues, and just trying to have an idea.
Bearing in mind I've got a +3. I think it's the die that I'm rolling. It's a 6
I mean,
in total.
the thing is that it could be. There could be some books here written with some like invisible notings and stuff like that. But whatever like was left in these bowls, it's long since dried, and just like now it's just kind of like more of a pigmentation on the inside of whatever bowl or vial it was in.
Okay, never mind. I thought I was onto something, but never mind.
Look, maybe this is something for you guys to at a different point in time to come back to try to fish out any sort of great mysteries and maybe big riches that might be hidden in these books.
I will bring a fishing pole, but then to fish out any new information.
Oh, okay. You get what's the reverse of inspiration? Damn it!
DM inspiration.
Yes, I get inspired to hurt you. No, but with that being
Oh,
said,
God.
sorry, that sounded very violent. What would you guys like to do?
Looking
Well-
around even more, there's another set of stairs that go up a floor as well too, or is this like just?
Oh yeah. You see that the
Yeah.
stairs pretty much like go from where you were was the base level. This is the first floor, or depends on where in the world you live. And or this could be the second floor. There's definitely a floor above. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Crow looking around, and yeah, if there's not really that much information to like really obtain out in the open, then most likely it's already been taken. So he speaks up and is just like, well, this might seem like the most area to find information, but it seems everything that we might be looking for might have already been taken or, uh, well, God forbid, destroyed as well. But maybe we should keep looking further up.
Okay.
Well, yeah. One floor up then.
Very well.
Well,
You all start going up the stairs once more. I would like to know: do you guys want to do a break, like a bathroom break kind of thing?
Yeah, I guess
Sure.
I need a
for,
bathroom break.
Yep.
Very
Alright.
well. Let's do a quick, maybe 5-10 minute break.
All
Maybe
that
back up.
hydrating.
All right.
Very well.
Thanks for the chat.
See you soon.
Peace.
Back in a moment.
Okie dokie. How did I open this?
Mm.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little bit of elevator music on.
Let me do
Down.
this real quick.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment, and we will soon have something that might actually throw everyone around. And it's there it is.
Ah,
There you go.
Is that copyright free?
oh no!
Yeah.
Quick, stop!
That is actually voice mod, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, okay.
If I would have been worried if I actually went on my own the board I am able to fix up myself, then I would start to worry. But don't worry.
Okay, so we're just one player short. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, so far so good. Good job.
Well,
No one opened a book that goes kaboom.
that's quite lucky. Though
Yes.
I'll admit it. I do need to ask. These rooms that we're going in, if without the lights, those dancing lights and the light spell on, would they be completely dark or would that be dim light?
I would say completely dark just for the fun of it. Even though I would assume that to like completely plug all the windows and all that would require quite a bit of work. But
Yeah.
I assume that that's how they intended it to be. It's just like all light sources are gone. By the way, I've never played D&D with a party that has so many light sources as you guys do.
Well, I took the Eldritch Feat, the Devil's Sight, for a good reason. And I just realized these are my 4 party members. They need the light, the sort of light. So if I would cast the darkness spell,
Come
which
on.
I have,
As long as
Um,
Jorel has coins, we have light.
Not just that, but I also have, just so you know, I have Fall Cloud too, so
Yeah.
we can do some crazy stuff.
yeah, but if I recall the darkness spell correctly, anything that is equal or higher can actually dispel the darkness. Nothing less.
Yeah, unless
And
it's a specific I forgot what light spell. Not specifically light itself, something.
No, light and dancing light will not be able to be.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Those wouldn't work. It's another spell that's able to actually counteract darkness.
All right.
Daylight.
Yeah, right. Daylight is the one.
Yeah.
Is that the only spell that can dispel darkness?
I mean,
dispel magic.
It could just dispel magic, or
Yeah.
smack whoever's casting darkness.
Counter spell. Yep. Like
Yeah,
there
right,
are
yeah.
other things.
Dispel magic, actually. Dispel magic and
Yeah,
counter
it's
spell
all-
if you.
Yeah. Counter spell is
Best
if
way
you're about to cast.
Best way to dispel magic is just smack people.
Yeah,
I cast stop it. Pff.
Yeah, I need to just check something out. Don't worry. That would. Oh God, that would be
Yeah.
a dick if I. Well, I
Yeah,
would be.
that that will affect us. Like I like because some of us do have dark vision, but yeah, darkness will severely make
Yeah.
us blind regardless.
Yeah, darkness
come
is
on.
in darkness is also a magical darkness, so even dark vision wouldn't work.
Yep. No, yeah.
Yeah, but come on. Technically, you're just blind. You can still swing wildly in the darkness.
Yeah.
So
Hitting your
we
party.
are all back, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Uh,
not if you're a wizard and require you to see your target.
Well,
That's true.
fireball.
Just blast everything. Just done.
Yeah.
Nikki, are you ready to start?
Yep.
Or resume, I suppose? Very well. You make your way to the third floor
Making my way.
of the wizard's
Sorry.
tower. No.
Uh,
Where's Ivana? Okay. Ivana is gonna go outside.
Am I getting put in timeout?
So you are all at the third floor of the wizard's tower. This room was clearly designed to allow the wizard to do his experiments. The room is filled with a similar degree of dereliction as the previous ones, but some elements have withstood time more gracefully. In the middle of the room, there is a large table with some unreadable texts as you kind of like just take a couple of steps in. Let me just do it so that it's not weird that you're reading at a distance. And there are two alchemical stations, one here and one here, on opposite sides of the corners of the room. On the rightmost alcove of the room, in this little spot to the right, there is a there's a stone altar with some fluids that are still kind of, there's just the tiniest bit of a glow still in this sort of like, the stone kind of has these sort of like divots, and then you see that there's some liquid there glowing still. I would like everyone, please, to roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Oh. Perceptive, you say?
Yes.
Perception check.
Alright, well, changing my die did nothing.
Woohoo!
Did you? What did you do to like for your
Anger.
dice to?
Most likely anger Lady Fortuna.
Maybe. Jesus.
Did you not throw a coin in the wall we passed? Did you look see what side it landed on? Because you're not supposed to look see what side it landed on.
Are you
It's
not?
like that's the rule. No, that's the thing about luck. It's blind.
Oh.
Also, she doesn't
Alright.
like if you pray to her either. She's weird. She's weird.
Alright.
And you got a 5.
So did Nikki.
So, with that being said, as you all come into this room and start having a look, I'm gonna do this just to kind of, maybe I'll put Willow here just because you were interested in the previous table. You guys start having a bit of a look around, kind of maybe push some books aside just to see, kind of carefully, of course, you're not crazy, just to make sure there's nothing that's about to go boom or anything like that. And as you walk around in different areas of the room, you see that there are pools of this sort of like spilled substance, oily, it seems in nature, very greasy. You see a little bit of it near the table. You see a little bit near like the ground on these rocks that Rivet is in. You start looking a little bit closer, and you see that elements of this oil, again, different points in the room have these bits of oil, and piles of books and sort of like assorted household utensils. I'll say that even Willow, you look on this table on the far left, and you also see that there's a bit of this substance kind of just dripping. It seems to have dried a bit, but it is, visible enough, especially with your light sources. It just kind of like shines a little bit, like imagine like a slug's slime. And yeah, you see all of these bits of like this slick surface, and you start seeing like bits and bobs around the room start rustling and just getting a little bit agitated, and you are something's about to go down, and I'd like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
All right.
Click on your tokens first, everybody.
Yes.
Time to start playing that bad music. Ugh. Bad roll.
All right.
Can I have that one back? Ugh.
Ooh.
I am so sick of rolling single digits.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
are
This time I got a very
we-
bad roll, to be fairly honest. But actually, wait a minute. I don't think that is being added. Let me as racial trait. Or does it? Add
Nope, that's not what I want.
two and my dick. Yeah, right. It does add. I just had to double check my hair trigger.
Very well. 15.
Yeah. So it's correct.
Oops. Nope. Okay, stop rolling the same thing, Antonio. There we go. These ones.
Well, they say don't be a mimic, and it's quite obvious what it is.
So, with that being said, as these things start to kind of like shake, you see that, from the top, for example, of the table, there's a bit of dust begins to fall. Some of the books, some of the utensils on top of the table also kind of like not crumble, but slide off to the ground and crash. You see that some, cups, some little like tongs and whatnot also begin to kind of animate, and these seem to be books that also begin to kind of animate as the table begins. Okay, imagine that the table is not there, and this table slowly makes its way towards Willow. Yes, and the table will. Well, the table will go for a swing on Willow. As
Can I
Willow,
just,
this table
sorry,
just kind of tries to tackle you, basically.
before anything else happens, I hate to be that person, but how do I get my token on the thing? I clicked my token, but for some reason D&D Beyond won't click up against roll 20. So I've rolled on D&D Beyond and rolled a pathetic 5, I think it was, but I can't get it on the.
Do you
The
have the plugin Beyond
Yeah.
20? Oh,
For some reason, it's not.
Double check to see if you need to update it.
and
Yeah.
I've had a player in the past that had to like do the whole thing of like remove it, add it again,
Right.
refresh, all of those things. Sometimes it doesn't, for some reason, connect. But I can also have your rolls here. Oh wait. Oh no, initiative check. There you go. But with that being said, the table tries to kind of slam you, but it's a bit sluggish, and you just move out of the way because the table got an 11. I believe you have more than that in your AC.
Yes, I do.
Very well. With that being said, these books start to kind of. Oh, forgot about this one. Oop. There you go. These books start to move. I mean, Revit is the closest one. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one will go for Jorel. Revit.
Yeah.
These two will try to go for you. That's a 13 and a 10.
That 13 does hit. That 10 does not.
Very well. Some paper cuts start to hit you for 6 damage. No, sorry, 3 damage.
Three damage.
Yes, 3 damage as you start getting just smacked by multiple books. Some maybe like imagine like one book just kind of slams on your hand, and the other one completely failed. This other book will try to go for Jarell.
Oh, no.
17.
That certainly does hit, and it's just a physical attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I can't do anything. I'm just gonna get hit. All right, give it to me.
For 3 damage. As the books again just start smacking on you. And that is their turn. Oh my god, guys, you rolled really poorly for your initiative. I just noticed. Wait,
You don't say.
we're missing Willow.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, you just did patterns.
Got it. Let me just do 9.
She was supposed to go first.
Okay, let's do actually that. Willow, it is
No.
your turn.
I rolled a 5 for my initiative.
All
Oh,
right, at 5.
Yeah, sorry. I rolled
5.
yeah. I rolled a 5 on D&D Beyond, and I was trying to fix it to get on roll 20.
Very well. It's actually also it's Jarell.
All right.
You're being attacked by books. What do you want to do? Oh, he's currently muted. So maybe we'll go with Ivana first.
I'm
and
back.
we'll
I'm
see-
back. I'm back. I'm
Oh,
back. I'm
or
here.
that.
Sorry, I had to move a window here. Sorry, but
No
once
worries.
again, gonna do it again because I'm not gonna be able to do it again anyway. I'm gonna first assume my starry form again. We're gonna go form of stars of the archer. That's a bonus action. And dang it, this guy is super close to me.
There we go.
So you know what? Yeah, let's get funky with it. What is it? You say it's like it's a piece of wood, right?
It's just like a pile of books that are just kind of like clumped together and just making making attacks on you.
You know what? Screw them. I'm gonna say, hey guys, it's about to get hot in her, and I'm gonna create a flaming sphere right behind him.
Okay.
Behind who?
Let me do this. Oh, this. There we go. I'm gonna give
Oh.
you control of this, and I'm also
Assuming
gonna
control.
let's do. It's 5 foot radius, right?
This is.
Oof, not
Yeah,
like
she-
that. There you go. You have control of that sphere, so whenever you need to move it, feel free to move it.
Okay.
Yeah, this bead begins to expand and begins to swirl. Whatever was on the table, gone.
Yeah,
The fire. The fire.
it's like a small sun just appears right there in the room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if I'm not
And-
mistaken, it even makes light.
Mhm.
Yeah. What would you like to do with the sphere?
I'm gonna keep it. Well, it takes me. I already used my bonus action and change, and that's my action. So that's what I did. I already rolled damage if that affects it, and it's gotta make a dex save of 12.
Very well. Flaming sphere. Let me just have a look. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. Very well. Yeah. The sphere is currently there. Let's see if the creature ends its turn there. I mean, technically,
Okay.
did end its turn. Willow, it is your. Oh, do you want to move? By the way. Wait, Jarell, do you want to move?
Nope.
Very well. Willow, it is your turn. No, not Willow, Ivana.
Thank you.
One of our viewers have given Willow inspiration.
What does that mean?
You get inspiration.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wait,
Save the old lady.
You give her an inspiration? What ability is that? Sorry.
No, that's a channel point redeem thing on Twitch. The viewers
Oh,
can give
okay.
players inspiration.
Thank you to whoever did that.
Damn
you,
players!
We might have saved an old lady.
That was Rock and Swifty
s-
that gave you inspiration.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Aw. Okay, I'm gonna start doing the Scooby-Doo things, like, if it wasn't for you meddling Twitch viewers.
Speaking about Scooby-Doo,
I dig it.
has anyone else noticed the humanoid and then animals structure we have here?
Yeah.
As long as Rivet doesn't go ruh-roh. But yeah,
Well-
Ivana, it's your turn, and Crow, get ready, by the way. What do you want to do, Ivana?
Ivana's gonna rage, but she'll trigger a roll on the wild magic table.
Okay, roll us on the table.
Well,
Oh, can I
the
die?
That
D8
didn't sound wrong.
roll, rut roll,
A roll. It's a 3. What is a 3?
Ooh.
That sounds good.
Ooh, good or ooh, bad? What's going on here?
What is happening? An intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or a pixie. Do you want it to be a pixie or a flump?
I would like a flump.
Very well. What is the creature of your choice, by the way?
A flump.
Very well. A flump appears wherever you want it to appear. And yeah, it just appears and goes.
Oh,
I don't know how flumps sound.
explodes at the end of my turn.
Yeah, it will blow up.
Flump can go
So-
there.
Very strategic, yes. The flump goes there. And what else?
It's battle axe time.
Yeah.
For a 15, that definitely hits it. Roll for damage, please. Are you using 2 hands or 1 hand?
Probably 2 because I don't have a shield.
Very well. Then 5 damage as you just hack away a bunch of pages of this book. The books are still faring quite well, or significantly well, I guess. Anything else?
That's me.
Very well. Do you want to roll the d6 to see how much damage the books take? That's 3. Okay, I'm actually gonna grab me some die. It failed. So the flump,
Woo!
the flump appears. It goes and explodes, dealing 3 damage to the creature. It is still up, but a lot of just when the flump exploded, a lot of intangible goo of the flump just goes everywhere, and the books are still faring, but almost dead. Anything else, Ivana?
That'll be me.
Very well. Crow, it is your turn. You have, yeah, things are coming to life everywhere. What do you want to do?
Seeing that a table just went after Willow, he goes ahead and, as a bonus action, you all kind of just see him just like, all right, let's go with this, and just kind of jump up and kind of clap his feet together. They soon start to just kind of glow a bit of a purplish void looking color almost.
Mhm.
And I am casting a kinetic jaunt on myself.
Okay.
Basically I can move 10 extra feet, and I don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Very well.
And with that, he is going to go over and flank to help Willow out. And for this, I'm going to use a shocking grasp on it.
Okay. You just skip very gracefully around this area filled with debris and whatnot. You just smack your hand on the table, and the table needs to do.
Oh no, it's not a roll for them. It's since it's a touch spell, it's me.
Very well. It's attack for you. Very well.
Yep. And are we doing flanking for advantage?
Sure.
Thank you. Shocking grasp.
Ooh, that definitely hits.
Yep.
Roll for
24.
damage.
1.
Okay. Come on.
A joy buzzer shock there.
It is also a wooden table, so it just you do feel the lightning just kind of zap all over it. It does not seem to react much to it. Anything else?
That will be all. Let's see. Yep, kinetic jump was a second level. Yep, that'll be all.
Very well. Actually, let me take this off. Now it is the pots and pans. Well, this set of pots and pans is gonna go for you. This other one is gonna go for Willow. Very well.
Of yours,
Um,
just giving everyone inspiration. You're gonna hate our viewers now.
Stop it! Stop it, guys! Well, I'm gonna give inspiration to the creatures then. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. But this set of let's say cutlery is just gonna go for Crow with a mighty. Ooh, that's a mighty 25.
Yeah,
Ooh.
even if I
Damn.
shielded myself. Yep.
You get 3 damage as just a mug just swings and puff hits you right in the face. And this
As long as you don't do,
set is gonna
as
go.
long as you don't do
for-
the other S word on yourself, you know.
This other set is gonna go for Willow, and that's a 9.
No! You
It
can't!
do you just kind of like keeping it at bay with your staff? Very well, Willow. It is your turn, and Rivet, get ready.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to. Can I cast Bless at level 2 on Crow and Rivet, please? Please.
Less.
I mean,
It's 30-foot range.
you can cast it on, I believe, 3 targets, right?
I think it's only up to at the moment up to 2 because I'm on 2nd level. That's how I've read it anyway.
Is
Less.
it the spell or a specific ability of your character?
The spell.
Free creature. If it's
3 creatures
less.
of your choice.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Cool then. In fact, if that's the case, then I will cast it on Crow, Rivet, and Princess Ivana.
Very well. You are blessed, guys.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Trying to find that icon. Okay.
Let's do this little sparky spark.
It'll come out looking like I guess it's like a figure 8, and each one will go towards you, and then you'll just have this glow of blue around you. You are blessed,
Very
my
well.
children.
You are concentrating on bless. Yeah.
And
What else?
I'm gonna tell this pot, go away. Stop.
The pot does a sad face. Aw. Very well. Rivet, it is your turn, and Jorel, get ready.
Yeah. I do need your sense of DMing on this one because I'm about to use a racial feat as a bonus action though for a racial feat.
Hop, hop, and away.
Rabbit hop, yes. It says I can jump 10 feet, but does that even affect my normal walking speed, my movement at all? I don't
Um,
see it in that.
Basically, any jumping and all that, let's say, between brackets, consumes your movement. But I think you have more than enough movement to jump.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, this says here, use this trait if your speed is greater than 0. That means I can have 5 and do this, and yeah, it doesn't add
Okay.
up.
Sure.
Yeah, so anyway, I will push one charge, and he jumps over here without
Well,
any opportunity.
do
As
you
he,
do like some cool flip as you jump?
yeah, he does this jump and just as he like just station and just lands basically and just aims at this one with his
Oh.
finger and just shoots off a fireball.
Ooh, okay.
So where is there it is.
Roll to see if you hit the table.
Yeah, and I will actually use the bless as well. So with D4, that was an 11
What?
plus.
Wait, no. Who got the bless? Wasn't it Crow, Ivana, and Jarell?
Crow, Ivana, and Rivet.
Oh, sorry.
Ri-
Let me just remove it from
I
Jarell.
did not get blessed.
Sorry.
You're already scintillating, so you don't need any more.
Oh, 12 total.
12 is enough to hit the table.
Yes.
It is a table. Roll for damage, please.
Yeah. Fire damage. Oh, 9.
Holy
So,
crap. Okay. Jesus.
Total of 11. Nice.
The firebolt just flies straight. You're like mid flip. You take aim. You fling it. Yeah, the table gets a good burn. And I'll say that even because it's wood, it's now on fire.
oh, that means additional fire damage to anyone who gets hit by it. Fuck.
No. This is more the table on its turns will take a little extra dose.
All right.
Don't give the
Anyway,
DM
after-
help. He
Yeah.
doesn't need it.
Anyway,
We do.
after that little hop, shall I go from it that I have 20 feet of movement, or just my 30? You know what? I take those 20 and I'll move over here
Very well.
to get away from there.
You kind of stand very close to that little broken bench. After setting the table on fire. The table is on fire. So the table will roll a 1d4. And it takes 2 ouchie damage. Very well. And the table is now torn between attacking 2 characters. I think the table is pretty one-sided. Technically 4-sided.
Bum.
It's gonna get. Sorry, I apologize. It's gonna go for Willow.
No!
12.
It's right on the dot 12.
Ah, nice. And it goes for 5 bludgeoning damage as you just get smacked by like one of the legs of the table. Just kind of it goes like a horse and hits you in the face. I would like you to roll me a concentration check, please.
Oh no. Oh no. I roll a
You can do it.
7. Again, single digits. God forbid.
Did you curse anyone at D&D Beyond or something like that? Unfortunately, with that, the bless goes away.
Ow, my
Oh.
ankle! Ah! How could you hit an
So
old
it was
woman?
an ankle biter then.
And now it's Z-Books. Z-Books. I'll say that these books will try to make their way towards Rivet. They cannot, so they get there. These ones, however, go for Jarell, and these ones go for Ivana.
Oh no.
Okay. 1 on Ivana, 2 on Jarell. Okay. Jarell, your misses. Ivana, it's a nat 20.
Okay.
But you're raging. That's good. So you take half of 6. No, wait, sorry. Need to roll again. 1 second. Oh, wow. Pretty decided on the 6. You take 5 damage as these books just start wailing on you quite voraciously. But that is their turn. Jarell, it is your turn, and Ivana, get ready.
Okay, so this thing still ended its turn right there, right? Like right next to my flaming sphere.
That is true. How much damage was it? Or do you want to
It's
roll
the
it again?
it's 2d6, so I can roll. Well, earlier I rolled and it was 10, but if you want to re-roll again, I can.
Let's roll it every time that it happens. That way,
Okay,
it's
here we go.
it's fresh.
That was only 3 points of damage, and
Oh.
yeah, but
How
still, it's
is
cooking.
that possible? But yeah, three damage is good because that is enough for these books to go. I'm not. I can put them there actually, and let's do this like this. The books are dead. Jarell, you just
Okay.
incendiated these books. Anything else?
I feel really bad about it for a few minutes, but the feeling quickly passes since I know my life's on the line. So I'm gonna put my philosophical differences aside. Um, Look over here and say, do I go for this guy over here or this one over here? That's a question for everybody.
Oh,
It's. I'll say it's a 6 second thing. You have to decide.
All right, I'm actually gonna look over the sphere, and I'm actually gonna take it and fling it over here, and then let it slam into this guy over here, so I don't hurt my friends. And that's my bonus action to move it, and it's gonna like be right there on him. So actually, let me take a look here. Sorry, I'm trying to see if he takes damage now or later.
I need to actually do just a quick thing because the
Okay.
character needs to roll. No, it rolled shit.
Hmm.
So this other one, you ram the flaming sphere into it. Let's see
Mhm.
if he. That's an 11, I believe.
11 does not fail.
12.
Just by yes, it does.
Very well.
So I'm gonna roll 8 points of fire damage.
Ooh, very well. Yeah, you slam against these sets of books. You set quite a few of them aflame. Anything else?
Dang it.
You still have your action.
I'm just wondering, should I'm not gonna cast. You know, I'm just gonna smack with this quarterstaff. Nope, we're gonna actually use that. Yeah, quarterstaff because he's within range. He's real close to me, so I'm just gonna pull out my stick from my back and just whack it.
Very well. Roll for
Smack it.
a smack.
13.
13 is enough. Roll for damage, please. Yeah, that's 5. And yeah, that is another set of books that starts burning bit by bit, and as you just smack it, it breaks off, and books go flying everywhere.
I just stay in a follow through position as well and let the burning embers of flame just fall over my body.
Very well.
Just look back at anyone who's looking at me. Just look over my shoulder.
We're kind of occupied.
I think everyone's a bit occupied, but Ivana, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I'll get over to here. I can do the flump thing again as a bonus action.
Yep, you can. Again, the flump.
Flump go there.
Go where?
And it looks like we got some raiders.
Flump. Oh no, wait, flumps are technically
Flump.
meant to be blue. Anything else?
Battle axe.
Very well.
I'm just
12. That hits. Roll for damage, please. That is 12 slashing. Okay. Yeah. You just rage your way to these pots and pans and just go for a swing. And yeah, it's like baseball. Everything goes flying off as it dies.
Whoop, whoop.
Anything else, Miss Princess Ivana?
Well, the flump will pop.
Very well. Roll me 1d6, please. 1. Just because I find it funny. I need Willow to make me a dexterity saving throw because you are within 5 feet of the flump as it goes off.
Old crippled lady. Oh, I got a 20. It's not. It's an unnatural 20. That has to be enough to dodge anything, yeah? Action roll out the way with my
Sure, I'll allow it just because it's 1 damage. But you do get a bunch of gunk on your face, but it disappears because it's a spectral thing. But yeah, you did see the remaining moments of this flump as it just looked at you with its cute face and then just started to inflate it. Yeah, it does want to look a nice little pop. Ivana, do you want to move?
I'll stay where I am just now.
Very well. Crow, it is your turn. You're being assaulted or accosted by like a mug. What do you want to do?
First I'm gonna make a con save from the first hit from that pan.
Oh yes, thank you very much for keeping me honest. That's it. Yeah.
Yep, my kinetic jaunt is still good. So
Yeah, no problem.
With that, so you said that these were pots and pans, right? These
Yeah.
ones. Okay, cool. And from my iterations of cooking all the time, these things are made out of metal.
Tend to be, yeah.
I'm gonna
Usually.
shocking grasp on them.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because they are made out of metal, you have advantage, right?
Yep.
Very well. You see one of these the pots and pans like just kind of like wailing at you, and you try to grab one of them. There.
22.
Yeah. Roll for damage, please.
5.
5 shocking damage, and it does not have reactions. Very well. The pots and pans kind of buzz a little bit.
Shocking.
And anything else?
Yeah, Crow is kind of low on. Well, yeah, I would say he's pretty low. So gonna with his kinetic jaunt. He's gonna get away. Yeah, here's okay. Yep.
Very well. You just kind of glide on over to that area.
Yeah, it's basically almost just like him, like lightly floating, almost like just using like his shoes are like slightly embedded with like gravity, so he's just like think similar to like a spaceman walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically
You do like a moonwalk over there. Not the Michael Jackson one. Very well. And well, these pots and pans now are sad. And let's see. On a 1, they go for Willow. On a 2, they go for Rivet.
Oh,
On a 3, they try to go. They try to go meet up with Crow.
oh, come on.
Dun.
Sorry.
Yeah, the spots and pans just see you on the corner, and they just kind of like clank on over to you. There's no more pots and pans. Nope. Goes for a swing. Oh, it's a 7. They're trying to hit you, and you just with your staff, you kind of push it away. Willow, it is your turn, and Rivet, get ready.
I would like to. Which one is the? Yeah, just hold, please. Hold, please. It's the healing word one. Yes. Can I 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Can I cast healing word on Crow, please?
Sure. What is the word that heals him?
Just No, I'll probably just. No, I don't know why.
I thought you were just saying that the word that heals him is you saying it very slow. Just.
No, I had the skadoosh from Kung Fu Panda in my head.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
Yes,
And
all right.
the
Skadoosh, and I'm
word.
going to healing word.
Yeah, you just look at him, do the pinky thing, skadoosh. And yeah, Crow, you feel this sort of like impact on your body that heals how much?
9.
Very well.
Yay.
9 HP comes back.
Back to full health. Yay.
Anything else?
And I would like to, because that was a bonus action technically. Could I disengage and move back towards Jarrell?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Rivet, it is your turn. You have books incoming and pots and pans attacking you. What do you want to do?
Yes, I am feeling a
Truly
little bit.
heroic, by the way.
Yes. I just imagining death by pots and pans. Anyway, jokes aside, I will take the opportunity attack from that pots and pans and move up here.
Very well. They do try to swing at you for a 17.
That
Ow.
Oh wait, they don't take a reaction though, don't they?
Oh yes, they got zapped. Thank you
Yeah, that
very
was the one I
much.
did. Yeah, that was
right.
the one I did.
Thank you. Thank
They,
you.
they they go to smack you, but it's almost like they're glitching out and just like don't manage to turn around fast enough.
Yeah, I turn towards those pots and pans and manage to fling off a Eldritch Blast.
Very well.
Oh, that's a 22.
That definitely hits. Yes.
Yeah. And it takes 7 damage and is flung into the wall.
With that being said, yeah, the pots and pans just clank on over to the wall and just go inert. There's like now like a cup that goes to one side, a pan that just clanks and just makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, and he just moves the last bit up here.
Very well.
Sure, giving himself up for the table, but
Now the table, we'll take another 1d4. And it's no longer on fire. Well, Rivet, have bad news. You are the table likes you, as it goes for a smack on you for a 22
that hits.
for 4 damage. As you just again, the table just kind of trots a little bit to you and goes for like a tackle on you for 4 damage, and that's the table's turn. And these books, again, now they're by themselves, so they're gonna make their way towards Crow. As they go for a swing on Crow. 25.
Yep.
And that is 4 damage on Crow. As you again, just these books start swinging. It's almost like they go for a hook shot on Crow for 4 damage. And Jarrell, it is your turn, and Ivana, get ready. I'm gonna remove them out of the way, by the way. It's just not cluttering at the space.
Great. So, looking back and forth here, he's actually going to see that Crow probably needs some help over here. And actually, no, we're going to get funky. Hero's action beat feet over here to where the his resident barbarian is, because that's cool. And then bonus action draws back his fingers, and you see a bow made of light appears in his hand, and he's gonna fire a bolt at this guy with his bonus action. So here
The
it comes.
table?
Yes.
Very well.
That's an 18.
That definitely hits.
Nice.
And these guys take, gain 8 points of radiant damage from the bow. That
Yeah,
arrow.
it just goes kind of like through and through, breaks some of the wood splinters off. Anything else?
Yes, we're gonna get really funky with this. You see him actually, like, as the bow disappears, still on starting forming. I just start whirling my hand over my head, and all of a sudden, it looks like this whip appears, and I'm gonna try and whip it. And you know what? Just so make it, because I really just want to hit this thing. That's a 23.
Thorn whip. Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay, so, but as it hits, I don't want actually. Yeah, definitely want to do this. First damage. Oh, that sucks. But I want to yank it closer and away from our buddy over here. I want to yank it towards our barbarian here to make it easier for her to smack the crap out of it, and then say, like, just as I'm yanking, like, get him.
No worries. Okay, you just, and I'll put him here. Put it. It's a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. You just kind of yank it. The table was very intent on keeping keep hitting Rivet, and it just gets yanked away. Anything else?
Even as it's yanked right now, I can't move anymore, can I?
If you still have movement, I believe so.
I do. Yeah. I'll just take a couple of steps back here, so I'm not in his range, and that's it.
The table will get an attack of opportunity on you if you move.
Go for it. I'm tough.
Come on, table. 18?
I'm not that tough.
No, it's not a natural 20.
And
My name is.
three damage as you move away. The table tries to go for like a backhand kind of thing with one of the legs.
Back leg.
And I gotta make a
Back
con
leg.
save to keep my flaming spear up. So I want to actually.
That is true. Thank you.
All right, here we go. And it's a 10 on a die, so I'm gonna keep it
You
up.
maintain it.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurts, but you persist. Very well, Ivana. It is your turn, and Crow, get ready.
I would like to pop my flump back into existence.
well.
Just behind the table.
Yeah, the flump goes.
This is by far the least ethical attack I've ever seen anyone do.
I'm just happy that I'm a little bit away from this one.
Ooh, that definitely hits. I'll say the following. Ivana, please describe me. I'll assume the flump will also explode and do damage. Please describe me how this combo happens.
As soon as my battle axe the battle axe just like tears the table like in half, then the flump's like then the table disintegrates.
Out of excitement, the flump just goes. And yeah, it's almost like you cut it in half, and as the flump explodes, whatever was left of the table just gets like shattered and thrown around the room. And it's
Grenade!
gone. Pretty much. Get down. Flump goes there. And anything else, Ivana?
I will use my movement to get the rest of my movement to go here.
Very well. Crow, it is your turn. You have a lonely set of books still trying to attack you.
Okay, and let's
Willow, get ready.
Aye.
see. All right then. Yeah, he still gets to keep kinetic jaunt on, so just gonna get away from it.
And with those being the book, under them, he goes ahead and holds up his hands again and goes ahead and does a couple of hand signs, and the words Ignis start to is what he says, and a small bonfire will appear under the books.
Very well. I'll do this for the bonfire.
And they have to make a deck save.
And I'll put it just a little bit to the side so we can see it. And they need to make a dex save. Let's see. They fail. How much did they take?
They will be taking 5 fire damage.
Very well.
And
Let's
the
see a
bonfire
thing.
ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
I mean, technically the books are being worn by themselves. But yeah, they're on fire.
And that will be my turn. Yep.
Very well. Willow, it is your turn.
I'm going to do something a little controversial for a cleric, and I'm going to stomp up to this.
Gonna rage.
I'm going to cleric rage, and with my stick, I'm going to try and hit it.
Very well. You just see these books on fire, and you want to smack something. The dice have been treating you so poorly. You're just like, you want to take that on someone. Very well.
I was hoping that was going to come through on roll 20, but I don't think it did.
It did not. That is
no.
an 18. That is a definite hit.
I am going to beat you, stupid books. I'm going to.
I'll assume you're two-handed on the staff and just going for a smackdown.
Yeah.
Bend it over,
That
smack it.
books!
Smack
5.
them books.
Smack damn books!
Willow,
With my stick.
paint us a picture. How do you kill these books?
I just start wailing on them with my stick. My ankle's really hurting from the mud that hit me, so I'm just wailing on these books now. Just stop attacking us, you inanimate objects that are somehow inanimate.
Willow, who 2 floors below was being so gentle and all that, these books are just like, God damn it! Just
Stop!
wailing. Bah, bah. The covers go off, pages start to go off. As they go off, everything's on fire, and it's a massacre. And with that being said, we are out of initiative as the books are dead.
Yeah. Just as everything starts to simmer down, Rivets just try to compose himself from a few turns earlier. Just bellow, Rivet, as he sees. I didn't
Willow?
quite Willow. But remind me to not make you mad. Just trying to be cool and just outright scared.
I do like the idea that Willow even puts kind of climbs a bit on the alchemy table that's there, and it was just smacking down on the books.
Turn around and out of breath. I'm like, I feel better now. I feel so much better now.
Are you sure about that?
Mentally, I have never felt better.
Well, it was a book. It was a book, so that's okay. If she was, say if it was a person, they were on fire and she's just right there stomping them.
Putting out the fire, don't worry.
Yeah, you can justify it.
Yeah. Willow, you are sure you are all right now and don't want to hit something else?
Yes, as long as there's no more books, no more tables, no more cups. Yeah.
As the chaos begins to die down, and there's still a little bit of a crackling of some books that are still ablaze. A bit of the table is still also flaming, and there's also still a magical bonfire. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's sort
Crow
of
goes ahead and drops his concentration off that.
very well. You start noticing that there's a bit of a quiet that kind of fills the room once again. And as this quiet becomes, starts to fill the room, you start hearing what seems to be like a squawking sound coming from above. You hear it seems a little bit like a bit of a chirp, and then goes like into a bit of like a kind of thing from the floor above you.
May I make a perception or nature check to see if I can place what that sound could be?
Yeah. Roll me. What would you prefer, nature or survival?
You know what? Let's go with survival.
Very
That's
well.
cool.
Like you're trying to think if you've ever come across something like this.
And may I use that inspiration right now to get rid of that 7?
Sure, I'll allow you. Go ahead. Roll another.
That's a 15.
That definitely sounds like a bigger bird than it would be like a sparrow or something like that. That does have some heft, let's say, to the body. It is an unusual sound. Sounds a bit like a macaw kind of thing, but at the same time not. It's an unusual bird sound. You've never heard anything like this before.
I'm going to relay to the party. Guys, I think I found what our creature might exactly be.
You mean
the same
bird
time-
noises that we were hearing up top?
Not bird, phoenix.
Phoenix
Well,
is a
it's
bird.
still a bird.
Look, go get upstairs.
No, it's big bird.
Stop it, Dan.
Come on. How do y'all?
Jarrell
I'ma
just
drop-
angry stomps up the stairs like, God.
the druid,
I
is
stopped-
telling.
I stopped to go flip this table over and then I get up to go back upstairs.
The druid doesn't know that.
Yeah, let's say that as the rest of the group is just kind of picking on Jarrell, and Jarrell's just like power walking up the steps.
Stomping up
I
the
guess. I guess this is why he studies more in nature and not mythical nature. I guess.
I think he needs to work on his anger issues.
I will magic my foot. Each one of you are behind. If you don't get upstairs, fuck you. I'm out of coffee.
I'm going to take the other stairs.
Yeah, you guys start going up the stairs. Oh, you take the other stairs. No, just kidding. There's nothing happened. The wizard didn't think that far in advance. Very well. Let me just position you guys.
Well, I did think about Phoenix being a bird, though.
Phoenix is
mystical
a
bird.
specific bird, okay?
Yeah.
You still said bird.
Let me ask you a question. Was I wrong? Was I wrong?
No
Definitely
one,
not.
no one said you were.
You want to laugh now, huh? Come on, laugh now. Laugh. Look.
No one
Come on.
said you were wrong. We were just saying that, yeah, we heard a bird too.
Well,
As this
at least you're not a
discussion's
bird brain.
happening,
She's going up the stairwell, just arguing with each other.
just echoing all over the tower.
Next, you'll be telling me that a hot dog's a sandwich or not a sandwich.
Oh,
split
calm
that hair
down.
too?
Okay, let's not start. But yeah, as you guys make your way up to the last floor of the tower, these stairs seem to go on for a little bit longer than the other ones. But with some effort, you eventually get to the last step and enter this room. This room looks like the wizard's sanctum, or it used to be. The bed, long unused, sort of a quiet, dark hearth. And there's a collection of personal things untouched by human hands in a long, long time that's just like scattered all over the room. Most of the roof has collapsed, leaving the room very exposed to the elements. And sitting in a broken cage is this creature, but not at all majestic. As you've heard phoenixes being described as. Yes, they are I guess part bird. They, this phoenix, this bird, does not look majestic at all. It's just this very sad, tired-looking old phoenix. It just as you all are having these very heated discussions up the stairs, and it sees you coming, you know, into the room. You see that it kind of shuffles a little bit back into his cage, and it looks. It has a bit of fear, but you also see that it's not completely like calm or anything like that. It does look a bit in the defensive sort of mood, and yeah.
Yeah, Rivet takes the initiative here, and because it is a little bit of his part as he is an entertainer. He love to see all creatures actually have a fun time per se. So he tries to check out the cage to see if he can't open it. To try to
Should explain, the cage is sort of like broken, and there's like the bird can come out if it wants.
all right. Well, he then tries to calm the bird down in any way he can. In fact, let me just check. Do I have something like that? I don't.
How do you try to calm down the bird?
I tried to find if I didn't have some sort of rations, but I do not for some reason.
Everyone should have rations.
All right.
So yeah, very well. So you're trying to like give it some food.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling, please.
All right, as you know.
And I'll give you advantage because of the food.
I'm just gonna ask a resident wizard here. Hey, do you know what language that Phoenix speak? Are they like intelligent? No, I'm not sure about that.
As I told you before, I don't really study animals. Aren't you a druid?
Star druid, and also a phoenix is technically not an animal, so
it's a mythical animal. So, but
yeah, but let's put it this: it's about as different from an animal.
yeah, but
you know what, man? I pull my shoe off. Like, you know what? You about to anyway.
I understand what you mean.
Yes, this immortal bird does not count as an animal for some reason.
It's like comparing us to chimpanzees. You know,
As this conversation is going, and you kind of like try to give some food to the bird, and at the same time still kind of like give like a response off to the side. The bird does not seem to really like react to the food. It just kind of takes an even like a not a step back, but just kind of like leans a little bit back.
Yeah. With that response, he Rivet actually puts the food down and takes his hands in front of it, like making a bow and focus into basically a fireball that he doesn't throwing around. Basically, pulling it out like having it like a flame out for per se to see the reaction.
So you start concentrating on the firebolt. I'd like to know, what is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna look for a window. Any windows in this tower?
Yeah, most walls you see that they have like small little like sort of slits. But you see that, let's say these ones here at the northern and southern walls are a bit bigger than the other ones. These have a little ledge. You see that. I'd even say you see markings that the phoenix has potentially like been perching there once in a while, and maybe it just retreated back into its cage because it heard a lot of commotion downstairs.
All right. Hey guys, I don't have commentary, so I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. I'm actually gonna go on, open these windows, let this guy know that he's free. He can leave any time. You know, we would like for him to come with us, but you know, give him the options. You know what I mean? And show that we're not here to like murder him in a savage way and collect his feathers or something like that. Don't look at me funny like that. Some people do that.
Crow pipes up again and says, his cage is actually pretty open and the roof is gone.
The roof is gone here. I did not
Yeah.
notice that.
Pretty,
No,
like,
a player didn't notice that.
the bird does not have any problem getting out of his cage or even flying away if it wanted.
Maybe we should just talk to him like a person.
I agree. I'm kind at the moment. I'm kind of observing, but I'm kind of like maybe telling everyone just keep your voices low. Try not to scare it.
What? I mean, I'm kidding.
While they're doing that, Crow is going over to this desk over here.
Okay. As you start walking towards the desk, the bird definitely kind of eyes you for a little bit. It's definitely
not
like
really.
trying to like keep an eye on everyone in the room. Nikki, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you wanna? Does Ivana want to do anything?
Nothing in particular, just trying to stay as quiet as possible and not to scare the phoenix.
Okay, very well. So yeah, Crow, what do you want to do near the desk?
Trying to search for anything that might have any information related to the phoenix or like anything that could possibly help us. That's like nothing that. No, I don't think of an. I can't think of a specific item. I would only maybe just say like nodes or something.
Very well. Roll me an investigation, please, as you're kind of looking through the remains of the desk.
18.
Okay. I'll say that with that investigation, you do see, some pieces of paper and all that. And you, on one of the pieces of paper, you see like a little note, almost as if someone would write, some like shopping list. And you see like, just very mundane things. Surprisingly, this paper was very well kept, maybe because it was in a drawer, and under a bunch of other papers. But as you're looking through, it says, some very small, like, things that you'd have at your home, like, meats and cheeses, and it's literally a shopping list. And at a certain point in the list, it does say Octavius's food. And yeah, just more like flour, sugar, yada yada.
Okay, just from going off of this and just remembering that we haven't really seen any type of other like animal specifically. Crow kind of turns to the phoenix and just goes, Octavius?
You just hear a very tame, a very unenthusiastic.
Oh, so I assume that's your name then, if that's how you're reacting to it.
That bird kind of just tilts his head a little bit as it looks at you.
Hi there. Yeah, so it's Octavius. Looking at this list, I assume this is just things that are for you to eat, I assume. Looking around, I assume would these be the food or
Those it looked to be bags of some sort of like, let's say it's like a kibble kind of thing, but it's been like shredded in parts by like what seems to be like these talons or a beak.
Is it notable that there's still some stuff in it, or is it all gone?
There's stuff. It looks like it has the sort of the kibble that it was being fed. It has been eating it, but you will, now that you're closer to it, I'll say that you notice that it does look very stale at this point. For some reason, it feels that Octavius has not been eating, even though he could again just go outside and hunt and whatnot.
Hmm. Something seems wrong here.
That being said, Rivet and Willow and Jarell, do you want to do anything?
Actually, Rivet in this case will intend to see if he can't remember anything about mythical creatures, such as Phoenix in details.
Okay.
The arcane or history.
Let me check a thing.
It is, after all, a mythical creature we're talking about.
You do know phoenixes to be creatures of legend and whatnot. I'll say roll me a history check actually.
All right, let's hope it will go well. Nope.
Nope.
I mean, you've heard a lot of stories about phoenixes. You do know that in legends they never die. They basically are sort of like symbols of rebirth. They are they're just these mystical things. You've just heard like very small little stories about tidbits here and there as more people approach the cage. Octavius definitely like turns around.
Hey, I would actually just walk with Octavius and say, "Hey, Octavius, I just want to let you know, maybe you come from this little place right here, but there's some kids that would really like to, meet and see, and we're trying to help them out. So, want to come fly and hang out with us a little bit? And then I'll like unfurl my wings as I, actually, excuse me, I'll use my radiant soul, which is I actually do say, form radiant soul, and you see these red wings pop out on my back, but they look more accustomed to something you'd see on like a Gundam than at like angelic wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just float there.
Okay. Sorry, Willow, were you gonna say something?
Well, I'll see what the Phoenix does in response to this, but I want to try something after if this doesn't work.
Okay. Jarell, roll me a persuasion, please.
I am terrible at that, but okay.
I'll give you, by the way, advantage because
Natural
wings thing-
20.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
For a 21.
with that, you see that the bird looks at you, and as your wings unfold, the phoenix's wings kind of like starts kind of like trying to open its wings. It definitely looks. It's almost like this creature's having like pains, almost like opening its wings. This thing, you don't know how long it's been alive for, but it's been alive for a very long time. As its wings open, you see that they're like frail and just very like bony almost. But as your wings open and you just make this sort of appeal for it to come join you in this mission that is very honorable and just trying to make the world a better place. The phoenix opens its wings, flames begin to like fill the wings a little bit, and it kind of just releases this sort of like very calm, tranquil caw, for the lack of a better term. And you all feel that it's almost like the phoenix is some like a weight has been lifted out of its shoulders, as there is this sort of very bright, very very vibrant flash, and once the flash is gone, in place of the phoenix there is only an egg. this sort of very dark shell. It looks almost like volcanic rock. It's just that's the only thing that's left behind.
All right.
I kind of look at my brows and say, guys, I didn't do that.
Mm,
That wasn't me.
Rivet just nods. Well, okay. And Rivet thinks a little bit as he's fiddled with a ring on his finger, and just looks at it. Well, I know at least where we can store it for now. As he, in fact, he walks up to the egg and lifts it up, and then walks back and then turns to Willow. Yes, this is gonna be a little bit fun as he basically take off his ring and just place it in the palm of her hand. Without context.
Wait, hang on a minute. What?
Yes, that without context. And suddenly I'm pretty sure I can do this, considering that ring is my genie vessel. So I disappeared with the egg into my vessel and leave it inside there, the egg, and then come straight out and picked up the ring again. Yes, thank you.
And Willow's just stood there, still with her hand out, staring like, what just happened? Still stood there like, what?
Very well. Baron?
It wasn't a marriage proposal, if you were thinking that.
No. It just like because so what I got was you took off the ring, put it in my hand, then jumped magically into the ring with the egg, and then came back out without the egg.
Oh right.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, what?
Well,
Where's the egg?
It's inside here as he flashes his ring.
Is that safe?
Yeah, you gotta warn people when you do that. You can't just whip that out as I'm flapping my wings and floating there.
Well, excuse me for being a genie, and Pix is actually messing with my magic.
I'll say that you're having this sort of discussion as you're heading back downstairs. This you came here for the Phoenix. You got an egg, and yeah, you're just kind of having this discussion about like the fact that apparently Rivet just goes into his ring and comes back whenever he wants.
Before leaving, Crow keeps a paper that has the list of the food for the Phoenix and takes like a small handful from like some of the little pellets or whatever you want to call them.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
You grab a bit of whatever kibble it was eating for posterity.
Yeah. The idea for that is like not to immediately give it to when it's older or when it hatches and everything, just to like have someone kind of analyze it later on to make our own.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, you begin making your way out of the tower. Off in the distance, your dragon friend is just sort of like curled up and waiting. Your dragon friend Fusher, yeah, you get all on the back of Fusher and begin flying off once more. Fusher tells you that now you're going towards a place called Hidden Gardens, where you will, where there is rumors of unicorn living there. As you are flying, Fusher does ask you, what happened to the Phoenix?
Oh, it's safe. Rivet has a little bit of shit-eating grin on his face, considering what happened.
What do you mean safe? It is big bird. It is Did you
Yeah.
kill Phoenix?
No.
Whoa,
We
whoa,
didn't kill
no.
it. We
Oh.
didn't kill it. Though it did turn into egg. We do not know exactly how, but
Really?
yeah, the egg is safe. I got that under control.
That is.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when he says, "As I got it under control," I was like, "Oh, hold on now, man. I did. Let's not forget about the fact that we it was a team effort. Okay, we all worked together and achieved more."
Of course. It was a team effort, sure. I admit that. But I'm keeping the egg safe for now inside my little place.
It is curious that Phoenix would turn to egg. They are known to be very protective, and only one of an old age would turn back into egg when they feel secure and they can trust people.
I
You have-
think we can thanks Crow for that.
And Crow found out his name was Octavius, right?
Yep, Octavius.
Yeah.
And let's see.
You
He's
called
just
him by
kind
his
of
name.
yeah. As like this whole thing is going on, he's just been kind of writing in his spell book, just like the list of like the ingredients, and just like writing Octavius's name and things, just like
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. All that. Yeah. All that. Yeah.
So when he hatches, we'll take care of it.
This Octavius hatches, it will be good to know that it has friends there.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea how long it might take for it to hatch?
Well, that depends on how much heat you are able to give it.
Oh,
It should be
Oh,
quite warm
well.
inside my ring.
and some of us can produce balls of sun in a bonfire, so I'm sure we shouldn't have any problems. I have
Yeah.
a blanket. Want a candle?
As,
Want a candle, guys?
as you are discussing ways to provide heat to the egg, to the phoenix's egg, and ways to make it nice and toasty, you're just flying off in the distance. Imagine like this picture. There's just a furry dragon, just kind of just serpentining through the sky with you guys in the back as you're just making these observations. And yeah, you're headed off towards Eden Gardens. And I'll say, everyone, that is where we'll stop for now. But yeah, there's more to come.
Mm.
There's more unicorns. There's more griffins. There's more krakens and dragons. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where
More
next
mythical
session leads
birds.
us.
Don't forget to donate. It's for the
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, we'll meet back next week to pick this up and continue to this quest to fill the wishes of this child.
Yay.
Thank you very much, guys.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good week.
Bye.
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 Uh,
We are by
a
far the
pleasure.
most anime team I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was the most pleasurable run I ever done in D&D at all. I'll be honest. At least the small jokes and such. Oh.
All right, you guys have a good night. I gotta take care of my family here, so